Hello guys, this is Blade from Team Liquid presenting another Zerg tutorial video. Blade 55555 on Team Liquid if you really want to know. And this is going to be a Zerg versus Raw Keats on Cloud Kingdom, showcasing the new style of Zerg versus Zerg that I've been doing, which is just ling infestor, double upgrades into Ultralisks. I did say I was going to do a Zerg vs Protoss this week, but just not. I'm going to do it next week. I feel this style, I just wrote a guide on this, might as well do that. Also, I have been on kind of busy the past 2 weeks, that's why there haven't been any new videos, but I am back for weekly videos. And now, I'm just going to start the game and describe the style, since this is the early game. So the way the build goes is you get double Evo chamber, and you go double upgrades into ling infestor, into Ultralisks. The style this guy does is he notices I'm going ling infestor, and he does a style roach speedbane and tries to kill me before infestors. This is something that a lot of people in the strategy guide that I wrote commented on, is how does a speedbane work versus this. So I decided I would do this video to showcase. There is a replay in the thread if you want to watch this replay, but I don't think a lot of people are watching all the replays, so I'm just going to showcase this game. And as you'll see, I'm 9 drone scouting. I believe in doing this on 2 bases, to prevent his hatch, to get my hatch first, and to make sure he's not early pooling. Because if he's early pooling, I don't want to, obviously don't want to hatch first. That's just stupid, right? So that's all this drone's for, not doing anything sneaky or cheesy. Don't have to do this, but I do on 2-player maps. I do not like playing blind. There's just no need to. And as you'll see, I see no gas. We're both at 15 supply, so I block his hatch. You have to block his hatch. If you don't, this is going to hurt you, because as you'll notice, he has a little bit more minerals than me. But if I block the hatch, it evens it out. So it doesn't really matter, because I block his hatch. I don't believe I mess up. Sometimes I mess up, obviously. I get my hatch down first, prevent it, and then I go home. Exciting stuff, right? So now we're kind of even. He's assuming I'm hatch firsting, and he's right. So we're good there. Not much to talk about there. He's just, so he makes his pool actually earlier than me. I get the gas then pool because I know he's hatch firsting, and I know there's no way he's doing aggression. And he's just now going to find out I'm hatch firsting. So yeah, it's not like I have one more drone than him, but that's not that big of a deal. So yep, spawning pool, gas, and just kind of waiting. So as you'll notice with this style of play, you need spine crawlers, especially versus roach play, or you will die to roach timings. And when you first do this style, you are going to lose to those timings, because until you figure out what timings they are weak against, you're going to lose to it the first time or two, most likely. At least I did, but I was also pretty much doing this from scratch after seeing Stefano do it on his stream. I heard about it, but never watched the games until I watched his stream one day. And I decided I liked the style, so I decided I would copy it. So as you'll see, double queen, speed, take a guy up gas. I normally put it back with the baneling nest, which I put at about 5 minutes versus another hatch first. I will do it at the same time versus a 14-14-21, but I'll do it earlier if he does not expand right here, when he's not hatch firsting. As you'll see, I'm just 1 drone ahead. Nothing big, but this is normal. It's rare to be at the exact same drone count all game long. And so he's just droning. I'm droning. Throwing down my baneling nest. Defensive purpose only. He's throwing down his. Same reason. You'll notice he took a guy off gas as well. I normally put my 3rd one back on either when I see aggression or when this baneling nest is finished. And as you'll see, we're both droning. We both have our overlords spread. and I'm scouting with these two lings to see what he's up to. I don't see anything. I guess something I forgot to comment. You'll notice I have an overlord right here. This is to check his drone count, because I could peek in right now, and if I see no drones, I'm going to be throwing up some spines, because I know he's all-inning. If I see drones like I do now, which I can't tell how many I see, I see it right here, I'm not going to, because I know he's not all-inning. And then I like to put my second overlord here. This is to see when he moves out here, so I can see if he's morphing banelings or anything. And then I'll normally put one over here so I can see lings or anything coming from this direction. I will pull these back if I think there's mutalisks, of course. And so now comes the double evo. This is at about 7 minutes. I would say a good timing to get these evos is about when you have about 150 gas is a good timing. I say that more so than just a time because ZVZ is so... There's so much that can be done in the early game. He could have done a roach ling attack and then this could have transitioned into a normal game. These evos would be down later if this happened. And then, you know, early ling bane pressure. These would be down later. It's just, it's very... There's no strict timing for this because so many things can happen in Zerg versus Zerg. As you'll notice, I took my third, he's taken his. I start 1-1. And I should have just sacrificed the Bane for this, because now he sees both Evos. I should be starting my lair any second now. And now... so now he knows. He didn't see a Roach Warren, there's his. So he's most likely going to infer that I'm going ling infestor. Now as you'll notice, I'm going lair. Droning up a little bit. Since I know he took the third, I think I do. Okay, I'm about to find out. I don't have to place spines immediately, but you are going to want to put spines. Otherwise, he can kill you with a roach timing. So there's me just droning up, as you'll see. Droned up at my main and natural. Just droning up my third a little bit. Making some banelings. This is just defensive. I'm not intending to be aggressive at all. And I do see this with this overlord, which is why I probably made them as well. And now there's the spines going down, just to hold off any roach aggression. You need spines. I cannot say this enough. No spines and you will die. So, anyway. So as you'll see, I'm throwing down my first spine. I'm going to be throwing down a couple more soon. And I'm actually going to be throwing down some here too. Once you know there's roaches out in the field, you need to be throwing down spines. I would say at least 3 per base. This style is more gas intensive than in minerals. This is not something that you need to concern. You don't need to be like, oh no. No, this is good. And as you'll notice, I'm going to start 2-2 immediately. And I'm going to get this, pathogen glands I think it's called. And I'm throwing down more spines at both bases, not just one, because then he could just go around and then kill me there or something. This is going to be a very scary timing that he does, and this is the only pre-infestor timing with roach speedbane that can possibly kill me. There's my third spine, and I place a third one here too. So notice pathogen glands, both at even drone count, and I'm going Hive before infestors because there's no reason not to. So I'm going Hive at 11 minutes, I have a bunch of lings, and I see he's moving out. So, I'm pulled back, starting the infestor production. I have 4 infestors on the way, 3 spines. And you'll notice he's getting speed banelings. I don't know this, of course. I don't know this until after he attacks. But I have 3 spines, which is pretty good, and I'm going to have 5 here. So, I'm waiting for the infestors to pop. They still have 25 seconds. And he's like, okay, not attacking into that. That's smart. And he morphs all these banelings, and my infestors... Actually, I think they might get out in time in this game. Huh, I thought they didn't. They might not still, because I'm still waiting for some. But as you'll see, I have banelings of my own to counteract this. You'll see this later, because I only have 4 fungals right now. So these banelings are going to live right here. I do not want to commit. And bam. My banelings kill his. So defensively I'm fine. Kill his army. I'm gonna remake my spines. My hive is finished. I'm gonna start getting my ultra den or ultra cavern immediately. Did that as soon as it's finished. Now this is dumb of me. I go for a counter and yep, I lose a lot of my lings. Now those survived longer than they normally would just because I have the upgrades, but that hurt. That hurt a lot. That is something you need to be careful about. I wasn't thinking this game. As you'll notice, 3 3s on the way. I'm gonna have 6 spines here. There's 5 here, and I still have 6 infestors. These banelings are again to counteract his, assuming he makes more. I didn't know if he was. I mean, that's a lot of roaches. This is a scary timing, but with proper spines and infestors and lings, you'll be fine. Once I see he didn't bring speedbanes, I just throw my banelings. I thought I did, never mind. Just throw my... And as you'll see, that's a lot of roaches, right? I have a bunch of lings incoming. I'm running out of fungals, but I get most of them. I have a bunch of link. I have 3 ultras incoming. He's just now started his 4th. I don't know if I know this. I don't. But I'm about to have 5 3 ultras, and ultras are powerful. And I don't believe I remake any of these spines, because once you have the ultras in production, you don't need to. You're already in an amazing position. If you can do it without losing the 3rd. If you lose the 3rd, then it's a little different. But these spines may seem useless, but if he had decided to try this angle, this could have hurt. But now my ultras are out, my upgrades are halfway done, and he's going for another speedbane roach attack. At this point, I already have ultras out. So this isn't going to be as effective. This is not going to kill me. This has no chance of killing me. Especially with infestors who all have about 1 fungal almost. So now something I want to point out is you don't want to ever just not make infestors. As you'll see, he attacks. Banelings tickle the ultras and that's it. Now, you don't want to just make 4 or 6 or 4 and 5 infestors and that's it. You want to get about at least 8 before stopping. I have 7 now because I lost 1. But otherwise, you want to get at least 8 infestors. Ultra Ling Infestor is incredibly powerful. And if he's adding Hydralisk to his mix, get Speedbanes and add Banelings to your mix. I mean, Infestor, Speedbane, Ultra Ling, it's pretty good versus that composition. And as you'll see, I mean, this game's over. I have 5 3 Ultras. He's got 2 2. He does have Hive, but he doesn't have, like, anything. If he had gone ultras, I'd still be in a better position. 5-3 beats 5-0. So, I mean, he might hold this off, but it doesn't matter. 5-3 ultras and then reinforcements. There's nothing you can do. And I did get that, and you do want to get that ling upgrade, and he leaves the game. Now this style, as I just showcased, if you don't forget about any timings, because you can't forget, timings are very important. You can't stay ling infestor like all again. I guess you could, kind of, but he could have gotten a faster 4th, but he tried to kill me with the roach speedbane, which is, you know, powerful as you saw. That could have killed me, but I had banes counteract his infestors, and that's just how you counter it until ultras come. And then with this composition, you pretty much win. Now he could have done a defensive 4th hatch and just not attacked and tried to go into broodlords. I know someone said that could be a counter. There's a few weaknesses in that you can actually exploit. If you see your opponent getting like 50 spines, honestly what I would do, I'd scout his main. If you see he's going Hive and you see a spire or something, I would get Overlord drop, Overlord speed, drop his main, you win. I know people that may seem weird, but trust me, I've done this many times, even with the Roach Hydra style. When you see it, you know, like 50 spines, you don't want to engage that. Unless you're so far ahead, it doesn't matter. But if you see like tons of spines. He's playing super defensive, doesn't plan on attacking. Instead of throwing your army away, Doom drop his main. It works with Roach Hydra as well. It's actually a possible weakness that could exploit this build with Roach Hydra if he just drops the main. But Ling Infestor is pretty good versus that, because lots of Infestors, but it really depends. I haven't faced it ever, so I couldn't tell you. So that's about it that I can think of. Any questions, just go to the thread on Team Liquid in the strategy guide, or you can look at my posts. So my Twitter is Blade555, and my stream is twitch.tv Blade55555. Thanks for watching, guys, and next week will be a Zerg vs. Protoss. Later.